Okay, so in this lesson, we're going to take a look at how David Gilmour utilizes funk-style chords and rhythms when forming chord progressions. Now, we're going to be looking at a chord progression that borrows an idea from Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. It has that funk groove and those clean chords referencing that classic track. But you can also look at tracks such as Any Colour You Like from Dark Side of the Moon that also shows that David had that kind of style early on. Even though the approach is a little bit different on that track, you can still hear that he was experimenting with these kind of funky syncopated rhythms in his strum patterns. So before we get into the rhythm technique, let's look at the chords that we're using and discuss where they're coming from. We're using the E minor chord using an A minor bar shape with the root note on the 7th fret. We're then going to play an A major chord, but we're playing an inversion. This is based around a C shape. We're using very much your caged chords for this example, but we're not playing the full chord. We're only playing the top 4 strings. So this is an A major chord with the C sharp in the root note. It's referred to as a first inversion, but you can look at it as being an A major chord. We're then going to play the C major chord. Now that's a partial bar there on the top 2 strings, and you can see that as being the top portion of an E bar shape of C. We're just playing that top portion. Then we're going to drop down a semitone and we're going to play that C shape again that we played for A major, except again we're playing from the D string. We're not playing the root note. So the root note for this chord is going to be the third, the major third, which is the note of B. So once again, this is an inversion. So this would be a G over B chord, but you can just refer to it as a G major chord. And then we're going to use that partial bar shape that we played for C, but play that up here with the root note on the D string at the 12th, which gives us a D major. Okay, so let's just run those chords one more time. E minor, A major, C major, G major, and finally D major. Now the rhythm, we're going to do an offset down up. We're going to go down up. Okay, it's not a down up. It's not even one and, it's an offset rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. Now, when I'm strumming that, I'm making sure that only the pick is making contact with the strings so that I get a really nice attack when I strike the strings. But then I'm adding the palm of my picking hand straight after that upstroke to cut it off, which adds to that kind of choppy, syncopated effect. 3, 4. 3, 4. And then what we're going to introduce are 2 16th note rhythms, so down, up, down, up. So you get this. So that's a 1 bar phrase. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Really make sure that you utilize the palm or the edge, should I say, of your picking hand to cut the chords off. If I play that and don't mute it, you can see that it loses the effect, but as soon as I bring in the palm and cut the chords off, it adds for that kind of choppy, syncopated funk groove. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play 2 bars of the E minor chord. Then we're going to move up to the A major chord. which is chord 5 of D major. Obviously, E minor was chord 2 of D major, so we're now up to A major. Take care here because you're only going to be playing the top 4 strings. So I'm bringing the thumb over to help with some muting, just in case I do hit the A and the E string. Doesn't really matter if you hit the A string because that's the root of the chord, but you want to try and practice being able to strum the notes that you're fretting. So you're going... So that's 2 bars of A major. Let's put that together with the E minor chord. Okay, now we're going to play C major for 1 bar. Same rhythm. Drop down to G major for 1 bar. And then up to D major for 2 bars. And you can hear by using this syncopated, very tight rhythm, this very tight strum pattern with those chord voicings that focus more on the top portion of the chord, you get that sort of funk sound to your rhythm playing. So let's put that progression together nice and slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now it's your turn to play through our funk rhythm exercise.